Hola y bienvenidos a la Daily Hustle. Soy Enrique Byrnes, sí, presidente de su mejor cerveza. Y 818 es el mejor tequila. Abate por No Filter Network. Miguelito Santiaguito, a.k.a. Bobby Ball. With us this morning. Yes! Holy shit, man. I mean, it's been so long that I'm so used to saying Bobby Ball not with us this morning. But dead or alive, we salute him. Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you so much, Bernsey. Great to be with you. Our podcast, of course, brought to you by No Filter in partnership with Caffeine TV. So you know we're bringing you the best of the best. All the mod cons are dialed in today as far as the tech is concerned. You're firing on all levels today. The Energizer Bunny commercial, funny enough, firing behind you as we speak. That's pretty good. I'm your co-host, as he said, the man there, Miguelito Kowalski, broadcasting live from the Flatlands, where time continues to play tricks on you. One day you're dreaming, the next day your dreams become your reality. And let me tell you, mistakes were made, right? Mistakes were made, hearts were broken, hearts were mended. But as they say, tough times don't last, tough people do, dude. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom, bro. It's not. Strange and wonderful events continue to occur with delightful frequency, and we're here to share them with you. It's the best of times, and we're here to help you make the most of it. Enrique, back over to you.
So, for those joining us on Caffeine TV for the first time, the man, the myth, the legend on the other side of the screen is Kowalski. Kowalski is somewhat of a mythical figure that has a tendency to disappear every now and again, off grid, as we like to say. So my right-hand man, I met him in a triathlon store in 2010. Do you recall the encounter when we first met?
I do. I recall it clearly. I saw you coming into the Coffee Bean, and I was opening up the great locals-only triathlon store, one of the greatest stores, probably most would agree, in the Southwest region, and certainly a top 5 store throughout the West Coast and the Southwest region, and in Nevada, Utah, and New Mexico as well. But different show and a different debate certainly there. I was opening the store, Triple Sports, and as I swept the front, because I kept it really tight, really clean, perfect spacing on the hangers. I mean, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? You could eat off the toilet there, man. So a lot of pride there. But that being said, you were coming in to hit the bean, probably getting yourself a grande flat white, extra hot. You know what I mean? Hey, 2 down, going on contact. We got 2 going on contact. So I'm sweeping and I go, hey, fucking Byrnes, and you just turn around and you're like, hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's going on? Boom. And then you come in, you said, I want to get into the game. We ended up, I said, listen, man, let me know if you want to hit a session sometimes. You go at a bike ride. So you hit me up, and I think we met out on the B line, like at the Native American gas station on the corner. We geared up. We hit the B line. We had some great conversation. And one session turned into 2, turned into 3. I think it was, so eventually Ironman Lake Tahoe, the family's connected. And now to this day, Elijah says, Colton's like my big brother.
So if I'm not mistaken, our first session happened with Mike Seal. And it was actually a hot yoga session.
We swam first.
To be specific, though,
at Elda,
a beat from yoga class, and you kept telling us about the free speed with the flexibility, and I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, this was an experienced triathlon guy that I was willing to listen to anything and apply whatever it was going to take to get me to be a better triathlete. So we went into the Bikram yoga class, and you promptly took us right in the middle. And the class started, and it's like, hey, wow, like it's warm in here, but no big deal. And then as we're ripping through one pose after another, we get to about an hour when I thought for sure it was going to be over. And I was so happy that I made it. And then all of a sudden I turned to you, I go, dude, like, we almost done here? You're like, yeah, 30 more minutes. And so at that point, I knew I was fucked. I literally almost started hyperventilating. I'm looking at the door. I like just started to get this itchy irritability. And next thing you know, dude, I literally like sprawled out on the mat. I'm like, I can't do it. And it was almost like a crawl out of the trenches to get to the fucking door. Just open the door. Just I've never in my life had anything felt so good than that cool ass air conditioner as soon as I got out of that fucking studio, man. You almost killed me.
And then you've been returning that favor ever since, trying to kill me over the last decade. But dude, yeah, I mean, that hot yoga's got a way of just like those heat shock proteins will suck the life right from you, and especially from a guy who's coming out of the pines of Northern California. You know, out of the cool ocean breeze of Half Moon Bay. So yeah, those heat shock proteins will get you, man.
So, dude, we're live, we're interactive. For whatever reason, my chat's not firing. I don't know if yours is or not. But if you are in the stream, go ahead and fire away, and hopefully we can get the comms rolling. Yes! Thank goodness. Oh, I see you. I don't know if I see anybody else. But who gives a shit? You're on a computer. That's the other element of this.
Yeah, it's great. You know, we've really, I mean, man, I think the first time that you and I actually ran a show, we were doing good morning, gentlemen. A gentleman that's Mike Crudelli, the man, the myth, the legend. Great to be with you, Mike Crudelli. Of course, speaking of Half Moon Bay, he's engaged. He's involved. He has been from the jump. I think the last time I saw him, we switched it up on him on the corner right outside the Giants stadium, dude. Crudelli was on one. He was pulling Byrnesy in for photos. There was people were getting mobbed. We hit, boom. What happened to Crudelli? Oh, dude, great to be with you, Mike Crudelli.
Dude, that was such a fun night. It was Will Clark's retirement ceremony, and Crudelli made his way into the box, and I don't know if he was on his 50th or 60th Coors Light of the evening. But good on Crudelli, because he had his lovely wife, Gina, drop him off. And I forget how he got home. Did we take him home?
No. Well, we called him the following morning out on a session just to make sure, and he picked up. He was good. I mean, we're talking about a guy that has a level of tolerance that, you know, it's pretty mind-bending. And it's impressive because he'll stack them. He's not one and done.
Dude, so a couple things. You just wrapped up the Let Them Play 8U/9U season.
Yes.
How did that go with the boys? And then inquiring minds and people want to know, dude, where's Kowalski been? And how have you been, most importantly?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the Let Them Play Arizona Alpacas did wrap up the 23 season, and man, it was glorious. We started off with a bunch of kids that never played together before, a bunch of 7 and 8 year olds. At the time, 1-9, playing 9U AA. At first, we came out, we're getting slaughtered. We grab a win here and there, but it was just, you know, it's a game that we definitely should have won. But so it took some patience. The boys believed in the mission, which was to enjoy the ride, you know, to be relentless, to give, you know, in everything you do, to be excellent, to give 100% of what you got every day, to win the pitch mentally and physically, to believe in yourself, to believe in others, and to be selfless with the we over me mentality. They believed it. They stuck to it all season. When it came to the second half, they started playing better. We strung together 12 straight wins. We won an actual tournament outside of the league play. We end up beating the undefeated team that won the league championship, that beat us in the league championship a couple weekends ago. We lost to them by 2 runs. Our center fielder, Reese Pastrorski, decided to go to Disneyland on the championship game. Priorities all out of whack. We didn't have our rover / center fielder. Our runner on second and third in the championship game, number 8 for the Bulldogs, hits a ligne up the middle, goes all the way to the wall. We lose 2-0. So, but we love Tom. We love Reese. You know, it just is what it is. It was what it was. 2 hits the whole game. 1 hit for them, 1 hit for us. That's it.
You're calling out an 8-year-old for skipping your game and going to Disneyland.
Todd, we need Reese, man. Come on, Todd. Man, dude, Todd. I love Todd, though. Love the whole family. I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's pretty fucked up, though. And I don't know if it's more fucked up on your end for calling him out or him for taking his kid to Disneyland.
I don't know, man. This at the beginning of the season, I'm sure a lot of parents were making summer vacation plans thinking there's no way this team goes to the ship. But the thing is, guys, we sailed the right ships. We sailed the ship of relationship. Then we sailed leadership. And then we sailed to the championship. You got to sail the right ships, dude. Because we got 1 down, back on the line drive, back on a fly ball. Got 1. Show them to me.
2 outs, 2 strikes. What are we going on?
Dude, we're running.
We're going on the swing. On the swing. Not contact, the swing.
The swing.
Yeah. Robotic. I'm like a machine out there when I talk to the kids.
Next base mentality.
Runner on third base is like literally get as much as he gives us. So you have to look the third baseman, right? The third baseman's 10 feet off. We could get 10 feet off. He's 20 feet off. We could get 20 feet off. He's the only guy that we need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, if there's less than 2 outs, just back on a line drive, back on a fly ball, any ground ball past the pitcher, back on line drive, back on fly ball, any ground ball past the pitcher. Pass ball, you read on your own. Pass ball, you read on your own. And it's just on repeat, repeat. Yeah. It's fun, man. Dude, there's nothing like coaching, huh? I mean, this is your real first experience of it.
Yeah. Learned a lot.
Other than we need to introduce you to the world, of course, the caffeine TV world, that you were the bench coach for the Savannah Bananas as we took on that adventure last season.
Yeah, I mean, man, talk about a place that can accelerate your learning curve as a coach and, you know, as a person. It was certainly Banana Land, the gift that keeps on giving. Nobody is ever going, hey, bananas, fuck you guys. No, never. It's always, oh, man, right on, dude. That's so cool, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, learn so much from that. Learn a lot from coaching with you. You know, when Colton was on the youth travel, LTP, NorCal, mesh squad from all over. When Gloss and the crew were coming from Florida, now they've migrated over. Dude, you're sort of like what Joe Rogan did for all the comics, getting everybody to Austin, Texas. You just said the whole LTP from all over the country needs to all move to Cali, whether it's NorCal, SoCal, and that's basically what happened there. But yeah, I mean, LTP AZ Alpacas are taking a break. I told kids, go play any other sport that you can find, go play it. And if you don't want to play another sport, grab an instrument, get some timing, do that, learn a hobby, find a new craft, do a new discipline. So yeah, we're thinking about putting the squad back together in maybe January, but yeah, we'll see. You know, the parents aren't, the kids aren't the problem out there. It's the parents, dude. It's wild.
So no fall ball for you guys. It seems like fall's a really good time of year in Arizona.
No, it's going to be 105 every day for the next 3 or 4 months. So, yeah, I think you play baseball here in the winter. That's the move, dude. It's like the Dominican League.
Okay. Kowalski.
Yeah.
So the restructure of the Daily Hustle in order for the two of us to be able to come on here and do this as consistently efficiently and effectively as we'd like to. We are going to really shoot to keep it for a half hour, just to basically come on here, give you guys some morning juice. The Daily Hustle is something that was created a few years ago when I finished writing the Fuck It List, Life Lessons from a Human Crash Test Dummy. And one of the things that I really hammered home in the book was that the Fuck It List is a mentality. It's a lifestyle. It is something that we need to live every single day. And so with that, we created this blog, and it was a Daily Hustle blog that was probably the best way I could describe it is things that have happened in my life, also things that have happened in friends' lives, things that have happened in life in general that we can go ahead and try to learn from. So with that, I think, I'm probably on, Daily Hustle number 500. We know there's 222 because of the DH 222 unfiltered Life Lessons from a Human Crash Test Dummy. Go ahead and pick these up at ericbyrnes.com. So the Daily Hustle, has continued. There's been times when I've taken breaks from it, whatever. But you and I both decided, hey, look, it's time to bring it back. And so I figured I'd bring one back today that is something that hopefully can bring some smiles to people's faces, maybe even a couple learning lessons. As the best way to put it is, this is a celebration of a generation. And I don't think I've looked into it too much as far as who we are as a generation, Kowalski. And I say that in the sense that we've been busy living our fucking lives. And I haven't necessarily even thought about trying to analyze our lives or anything else. And you and I joke around, like when I called you to this morning and it was like you answered the phone, I'm like,
Yeah, I love that.
and then immediately it was like, yo, dude. And it just reminded me of the prank calls. I'm like, did you ever prank call people and just heavy breathe in their phone? And your response was,
of course. Yeah. And then I'd go, I'm watching you. Right? And then,
fuck yeah. That was exactly what we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyhow, dude, so today's Daily Hustle is one that, and I'll get into, we'll discuss after. But dude, this thing, like I lost my shit when I first heard it. And just part of it, and this was before the Daily Hustle was written. And I'm like, I have to do something more with this because there was so much more to it. I still felt like I left like so much meat on the bone where I could write another one very similar to this. But with that said, let's go. Today's Daily Hustle. Buenos dias. Today is June 20th, 2023, and 48 years ago today, an entire generation stopped swimming when Steven Spielberg's Jaws was released into theaters. Today also marks the official return of Kowalski to the award-winning Daily Hustle Life Optimization video podcast, as well as the Daily Hustle's debut on Caffeine TV. So last week I came across a video on Instagram of some dude asking, quote, who let Gen X off the hook? Why isn't anybody talking shit about those guys? That was then followed up with a response from video creator, comedian, Gen Xer, Kelly Mono. Because, sir, we will fuck you up. We fought in real life, not on the internet. We were the last generation of feral children. We didn't have safe spaces. We didn't have trigger warnings. Nobody was allergic to fucking gluten. We are older than Google. We mind our own business. We are not the bigger person. Now leave us alone. When I first saw this, I lost my shit and immediately reposted the reel. Then I sat quietly with my own thoughts and contemplated how I would have responded to the Gen X call out. This is what I came up with. Let me take a sip of coffee before I get into this one. Listen here, bitch. We played outside till the sun went down, hitchhiked to the mall, learned to drive on a stick shift, rode in the back of pickups, and had to remember our friends' fucking telephone numbers. We wore parachute pants had breakdancing contests, and we were the first generation to keep the world genuinely connected by carrying fucking peepers. When we talked shit, there wasn't a single alias or computer screen for us to hide behind. And when we liked the girl, we couldn't just swipe right. We actually had to spit real game to work a real piece of ass that wasn't AI generated. We chewed Red Man, spit in a brass spittoons, smoked weed when it was illegal, and we fired down Marlboro Red throat rockets just because it was cool. And that's what the fucking cool kids did. Sure, we played some video games, but we invented those fuckers too. Funny thing is that we are still capitalizing off the next 2 generations of degenerate gamers. We snuck into R-rated movies, stole Playboys, and spent a shit ton of hours in arcades, pool halls, and batting cages. Not because we wanted to, but because our parents wouldn't let us hang out in the fucking house. Skate and bike parks didn't exist, but we built some of the most badass ramps and jumps imaginable and then hucked ourselves off those fuckers. No helmet or knee pads necessary. It was a time when boys had to compete against boys and girls had to compete against girls. The road wasn't paved for us. We actually had to figure out how to prepare ourselves for the fucking road. Participation trophies didn't exist. We had to earn our spot on the team and fight our way in the lineup. And oh yeah, in Little League, they only hit 9 kids. Look, most of us have experienced too much life and still have too much shit going on to give 2 fucks about these petty generational wars fought on social media. But please understand, we were the kids in class that when you flicked our ear, we punched you in the fucking face. In other words, don't fuck with us. See ya. Oh, dude. Bro, your thoughts. I mean, just get into it. There was so much more shit. Like, I had something about the prank call, and I literally had to edit it to just keep it from going on and on and on and on.
This is something that I will print out, I will frame, and I will hang into my garage for generations to come. It will be passed down amongst the boys and men in my family to remember who we were, for all of us to remember what it was to be a young boy and grow up and mature as a young man, and some of these beautiful lessons that every one of them, I saw myself doing them, every single one of them. And I thought, yeah, bitch, listen here. Yeah. Listen here. And we did it because that's what all the fucking cool kids did. You know? We ding-dong ditched and ran with a head full of laughter and fear like you never imagined behind your keyboard.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I forgot about Ding Dong Ditch, the prank calls. So much.
You didn't forget, but for the impact that it needed to have, unfortunately, certain things must be omitted, but will be brought up again, of course, in further discussions about what it means to be a young man and certain rites of passages that have been lost that we must now bring back. Bring back the ding-dong ditching. Bring back the TP. Bring back the red man. Bring back boys, dude, and men. This is just, wow. What I never imagined that a daily hustle, as I've heard over 500, could ever continue to inspire and move the meter for me so I could go out and charge my day. But there it is. We are supposed to close this thing out with a piece of life optimization. But shit, man, it's already been done. I salute you. I salute the daily hustle. I salute the Oppo Taco. God bless you. God bless America. And